Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another very exciting episode of Guapish. And not just an episode, but also a quiz episode. That's right. Once again, I am your host, Nico. And today I am being joined by our shonen expert, Dylan.
Whoa, I've never been announced first. This is exciting. I can't wait to go on this adventure. We're going to do so many awesome things.
And we got the Dragon Boy himself, Tanner.
Does the power of friendship mean anything when I'm competing against my friends?
And his arch rival, Jackson.
Guys, I actually fucking hate shonen because it makes Dylan not like Shiki.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
It's at the bottom of your list.
And that's right, boys. Today we have got the biggest shonen anime quiz to date. It is, of course, the very popular series Dragon Ball we are going to be covering this time around, boys. That's right, Dragon Ball. Now, here's the thing about Dragon Ball. I know that not all of you are exactly as well versed as the other in terms of the series, so I made it a little easier for you. We're doing multiple choice for each and every question here. And not only that, this is going to be a big point quiz, guys, because how it's going to work is, like, obviously you could just, like, wait it out until fucking a few of the options are eliminated or whatever the fuck, and then, like, then you buzz in, and it's like, oh, cool, you got the 50-50, aren't you amazing? You're so smart. Well, you're going to get more points depending on when you answer the question. So, if you answer it first, you're getting 3 points. If you answer second, you get 2. Last, 1 point. I don't know what'll happen if none of you get it right. I'll deduct all of your points from each and every one of you, I guess. Oh. That's not true. I'm not doing that.
Thank God.
Yeah, that'd be fucking brutal.
Yeah. So, does everyone get it? Do y'all know what the fuck is happening? Jackson, looks like you got disconnected. Okay, now you're back.
He's back.
How do you know it's me?
Well, if that's the case, boys, then we are getting right into it with question number 1. Boys, what is Goku's Saiyan name? A. Cat. I guess you guys can buzz in before I, say the actual thing. Tanner, what's his Saiyan name?
It's Kakarot.
Correct. Good job, dude.
He's cheating.
How does this whole answer second and third thing work? I'm guessing if the first person gets it right, the other points don't matter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, second, is it Kakarot? Alright, guys, question number 2. In Dragon Ball, what was Goku's signature weapon? A. Tanner.
Ah, fuck. Do I need the, official name of this thing?
Yeah, I mean, he says what's called.
Ah, shit, it's that big-ass pole. What the fuck is that thing called, though?
Maybe you should have waited for him to list the answers.
Yeah.
It's a go-go pole.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Dylan, since you buzzed in, what's it gonna be?
Power pole.
Correct! Good job,
damn
dude.
I could have
I'm fucked, it's over.
Since none of the options were eliminated there, I guess I'll give Dylan the full 3 points then.
Let's go.
What?
Alright, well, question number 3 here. Which Dragon Ball originally adorned Gohan's hat? Was it A, 4, B, 1, C, 2, or D, 6? Tanner.
I'm gonna go
number was
B,
it?
4.
Well, 4 was not B, but you said 4 stars, so yes, that was correct. Congratulations.
I assume that's why they're called Team 4 Star.
That is indeed why they're called that.
I'm so fucking smart, dude.
Solid.
And speaking of Team 4 Star, actually, I'm not going. This is the closest that I'm going to be getting to having any sort of Team 4 Star reference on this quiz. I thought about maybe including some sort of question, but I don't want to include a bunch of fandom shit all over the place. Initially, I was gonna have a question about some fan theory about how does Cell create the Cell Juniors? Which there's a theory that he does some shit with the body of Android 18 that's inside of him.
Jesus.
You come up with some explanations there yourself. I'm not gonna delve too far into it, but. Question number 4. What was the name of the man who raised Goku? Was it A, Dylan, what was his name?
Grandpa Gohan.
Dude, correct. Congratulations. You guys are absolutely killing it so far. Look at you go.
I love Dragon Ball!
Yes, sir. And I hope you'll love Dragon Ball even more when you answer this question. Question number 5. What technique has Master Roshi refused to learn? Dude, Tanner.
Refused to learn?
Yeah.
He has refused to learn instant transmission.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Flight.
Correct.
Damn it, I totally thought that one.
Good job, dude. You guys are fucking killing it so far. Great work. Question number 6. What has been blown up twice to prevent Saiyans from going berserk? Is it Dylan?
The moon.
Correct. How have they blown it up twice? Who the fuck knows, I guess. I think they even still fucking show the moon to this day, like in the various shots during the night. I guess they may just have like fucking 3 moons in their planet.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, potentially. Question number 7. What did Bulma do to get the Dragon Ball from Master Roshi? Was it A, give him a puff puff, B, buy him an island, C, flash her vag, or D, pull a gun on him? Tanner.
C, flash her vag.
Dude, great job. That's correct.
That was probably the most obvious answer if you really know the character of Master Roshi.
Classic Dragon Ball, dude.
Why would she do that?
Because he's a big old perv.
Well, she thought she was wearing panties at the time, you see.
Oh, okay. That's more understandable.
Does Bulma have bush?
Sure.
She seems like she would. And it's also blue for some reason.
Yeah. Question number 8. What is the secret identity of the Great Saiyan Man? Is it A, Dylan?
Gohan.
Correct.
Damn it, I could have fucking got that one.
They did that to my boy. It makes me so mad.
They sure did. Alrighty, question number 10. Why did Beerus and his brother organize a tournament to pit their universes against each other? Was it A, Dylan?
To have possession over Universe 6's Earth, or was it 7? To have Beerus's Earth.
Correct.
I don't remember which universe. I think it was 7.
I don't even get what that's trying to communicate.
Like, you know, they come from different universes and they wanted Earth because, like, you know, they have food or whatever the fuck. It's this whole thing, dude. It's this whole thing. And that leads
extremely
us...
contrived.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And that leads us, boys, to our very first pity point. Jackson, you currently have 0 points on the board. No worries, though, because I believe in you. These pity points are going to be very easy. It's a 50-50 shot, basically, for you here. You're just going to be determining whether or not the following character can beat Goku in a fight.
Oh, no.
So, for the first pity point here, can the Joker defeat Goku?
No.
Dude, good job. You got it. And we're not, you know, we're going with, like, you know, New 52 and Rebirth. We're not doing that fucking, like, Emperor Joker where he becomes God or whatever the fuck. You got it, Jackson.
I'm assuming all these questions are just going to be Goku. What Goku specifically are we talking about here?
Current Goku in the Dragon Ball Super manga.
Okay, well, I don't even know what his fucking powers are there, but yeah, I'm just gonna assume the strongest he's ever been is the answer.
Yeah, exactly. Just whatever his current peak is at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are we going with New 52 Joker?
Because I just wanted to make sure that you couldn't slip in, but like Joker was like, you know, God at one point, so like, you know, if we use that one. I just wanted to make this simple, man. You know, it's a Joker everyone knows. Everyone loves New 52 Joker. He's a riot.
I don't know if that's true.
Question number 11. What are androids 17 and 18's real name? Is it A, Chloe and Dagar, B, Romulus and Remus, C, Crochet and Quavar, or D, Lapis and Lazuli?
Damn, those all sounded equally retarded.
Jackson.
I don't know, B?
B, Romulus and Remus, that's incorrect. Tanner, which is it?
I'll go A.
Chloe and Dagar, incorrect. Dylan, do you know it?
D.
B?
D.
Oh, D. Lapis and Lazuli, that is correct! Yes, that is the real names.
There's no way that's true.
Well, considering that the rest of the Dragon Ball characters are named after vegetables and inanimate objects, I would not doubt it.
Yeah, Toriyama's got some wacky names that he cooks up here. Question number 12. What character gets snubbed from participating in the tournaments during Dragon Ball Super because their inclusion would complicate things a little too much? Dylan.
Majin Buu.
Dude, correct. Good job. You didn't even let me say Spopovich. Question number 13. The AB group dub of Dragon Ball Z often goes under a different name due to renaming Piccolo as what name? Is it A, Yoshi, B, Slugman the Wonder Slug, C, Big Grain, or D, Fruit Salad? Tanner.
I'm gonna go C.
Big Grain? That's correct, dude. It is colloquially referred to as the Big Grain dub because of that.
Holy shit, I'm goated.
Let's go.
Question number 14. The villain, Monster Carrot, had a special technique that allowed him to do what of the following? Was it A, turn people into carrots, B, When he bred with a woman, he could rapidly amass a child army thanks to his rabbit seed. C, he can jump really high. Or D, he can summon miniature moons, which erase any matter they touch. Tanner.
I guess I'll go with the moon thing.
Incorrect. Dylan.
I'm gonna go with the rapid army child process thing.
He can breed with women? No, they did not do that. Jackson, which is it?
Can you list the options again?
Sure thing. The ones that have not been chosen yet are A, he can turn people into carrots, or C, he can jump really high.
Dude, carrots?
Dude, that's correct. Good job.
I knew it, I'm so smart.
Carrot's one of the manga characters I don't know.
He's from the original Dragon Ball.
Never mind, he's from Dragon Ball, the one form of Dragon Ball I've never watched.
By the way, there are going to be a shocking number of original Dragon Ball questions on here just because of how fucking wacky they get in that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Question number 15. In Dragon Ball Z, which of the following characters did Goku kill? Was it A, Frieza, B, Dr. Gero? Dylan.
I guess I should have waited. I just realized he didn't actually. Not gonna say that. I'm just gonna go for a free throw here and say Cell, even though he's probably not on the list.
That's incorrect.
Yeah.
C, Boo, or D, Cell? Tanner.
And like stayed dead or?
He just killed them.
I feel like he definitely killed Cell, but Cell doesn't stay dead, so I don't know if that wouldn't count. So
Yeah, I'm not counting that.
Okay.
Because he didn't, like, technically die. Like, you know, his nucleus survived or whatever the fuck that allowed him to revive.
Ridiculous. I'm gonna go Boo.
Correct. Good job, dude.
I need to be more patient.
Yeah, potentially. But those points are just so enticing.
I know, right?
Thanks.
Question number 16. How did Krillin overcome the nefarious character Bacterian? Was it A, he steals Master Roshi's sunglasses to counter Bacterian's solar flare? B, Chaozu uses telekinesis to hold Bacterian in place while Krillin uses his Destructo Disc? C, he force feeds Bacterian with loads of Senzu beans, causing him to burst? Tanner.
B.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Jackson.
God damn it. C, beans.
Incorrect. Or D, Goku reminds Krillin that he doesn't have a nose, so Bacterian's smell is useless against him. Dylan.
I'm gonna say D.
That's correct.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was very silly, very, very funny. Question number 12. What genre was the first Dragon Ball game? Was it A, a beat 'em up, B, shoot 'em up, C, JRPG, or D, a fighting game? Tanner.
I'm gonna say... I'm gonna call the bluff and say JRPG.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Dylan.
I feel like the fighting game is a trap, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it beat 'em up.
Incorrect. Jackson, what was it?
Fighting game?
Incorrect. It was in fact B. It was a shoot 'em up. It was a Galaga clone, basically.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, he was riding around his little Nimbus, just shooting his Ki Blast or some bullshit. Question number 18. What does the special technique of the Para brothers do? Is it A, turns people into dolls? Dylan.
It forces people to dance along with them.
Correct. Good job, dude. I didn't think you'd remember GT at all.
I love GT, man. It's a great time.
Yeah, it's
That's
fantastic.
what the GT stands for.
I'm the only person who thinks that, but you know, it's fine.
Question number 19. I don't fight for good. I don't fight for evil. I just fight. Is a quote by who? Is it A, Goku, B, Piccolo, C, Vegeta, or D, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva? Jackson, who is it?
Goku.
Correct.
Crazy.
That's fun, I guess.
That sounds like some shit he'd say.
It
I know the
is.
guy.
It sure is, buddy.
Yeah, Goku is not a good guy. I'm a big fan of when Shonen do that. You know, you got Goku, Gon, Luffy, not good guys. They do fucked up shit and they don't really care that much about it. Question number 20. Speaking of One Piece, an episode of One Piece serves as a crossover between Dragon Ball and what other anime? Is it A, Black Butler, B, Yu Yu Hakusho, C, Tanner?
I rang in way too early.
You sure did.
It's definitely not Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, it's fucking, God, it's some fucking girl anime, isn't it? Let's say, Sailor Moon.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Fun fact, the writer for Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter is actually married to the chick who wrote Sailor Moon. That's fun, right? That's pretty cool.
That's cute.
C, Infinite Stratos, or D, Toriko? Dylan.
I don't remember the name, I think, but Toriko sounds familiar.
So you're going with that one?
Yes.
Correct. Good job.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. That was a silly episode.
Yeah, not very good. And who the fuck remembers Toriko? Fuck you if you type in the comments. I remember Toriko. I love that blue hair guy. Since that was question number 20, we are now going on to the next pity point. Jackson!
What?
You're not actually that far behind, shockingly. But, of course, there is another pity point here for you. Can this person beat Goku? Tatsumaki from One Punch Man.
Almost certainly not.
Dude, good job.
I feel like I know what the pity point system is.
The last one better be fucking Saber from Fate.
Whoever that is.
Dude, we'll just
Saber
have to
from
see.
Fate.
Yeah.
It's Ryu from Streets.
Yeah.
Gojo from fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. Or Saitama from One Punch Man.
Jackson, do you think that Saitama could beat Goku?
No.
Based?
Do you think Barack Obama could beat Goku?
I don't think they'd have to fight. I think that he would talk it out with him. Question number 21. Speaking of black guys, during the Goku Black arc, it is revealed to us that Goku has never done what? A. Masturbated. Tanner?
Had sex.
Incorrect. He has
Fuck.
2 children.
Well, I assumed, it just happened some other way.
Oh, okay. She just milked him. B. Kissed his wife. C. Gotten his GED. Dylan?
Kissed his wife.
Correct.
He almost certainly hasn't done any of these, though, right?
What do you mean? I mean...
Does he have his GED? Is that what you're...
he probably doesn't, I suppose. But, it's revealed to us.
Oh, okay. Seems like a bit of a cop-out, but whatever.
Yeah, he sees fucking Trunks kiss Mai or whatever the fuck, and he's like, huh, what are they doing with their mouths? Which implies that he's both never kissed his wife and also never seen people kiss before. It's fucking ridiculous. I hate Super.
Yeah,
it's so
pretty
retarded.
weird. Also, Goku almost certainly believes in semen retention, right?
Oh, 100%. I think he just needs some random person to tell him about it and be like, oh, I just need to hold in my seat and I'll get stronger? Okay. Question number 22. What is Mr. Satan's real name? Is it A, Hercule, B, Dylan?
It's A.
Incorrect. B, Mark, C, Earl, or D, Broccoli? Tanner?
I'm gonna go Earl.
Incorrect. Jackson?
D?
B?
D.
D, Broccoli? Incorrect. Unfortunately, his real name is Mark. It is Mark Satan.
I think Dylan and Jackson definitely said B. And when they hear your exasperated question, they change it. Because,
No, I
both
said A.
times, it very clear... No,
Might definitely say
fucking
D.
Christ, Dylan.
Oh, you're talking about in the past. Never mind. No, I didn't change my answer. You're wrong.
Maybe I should just, change all of the D's to S's to make it, really obvious as to what people are saying.
Right.
Question number 23. What did Dragon Ball Z Kai do to update Mr. Popo's design to make him more palpable to the more socially conscious audience? Was it A, give him sagging pants and a boombox? B, removed him completely from the show? C, made his skin blue? Or D, gave him an Indian accent? Tanner?
Gave him an Indian accent?
Incorrect. Dylan?
It was C.
That's correct. They made his skin blue.
He was too black.
Yeah, he looked like he basically just resembled Jinx, but, with a turban.
Right.
Yeah.
So improved, you would say.
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly. Question number 24. What was Dragon Ball's original name? Was it A, Tanner?
Journey to the West.
Incorrect. A, The Adventures of Son Goku. B, Journey to the East. C,
Fuck, I was gonna say that!
Jackson.
Is it in fact Journey to the East?
No, that's incorrect.
Oh, okay.
That's not
Funny as fuck though.
C, hey Goku, we need to collect all 7 Dragon Balls so we can wish for Bulma's panties. Or D, Dragon Boy. Dylan.
As simple as it sounds, I think I'm just gonna go with A.
Incorrect. The original name for Dragon Ball was in fact Dragon Boy.
Yeah, I figured it was either that or unfortunate.
Speaking of unfortunate, 25. What is the name of Vegeta's brother? Is it A, Tarble, B, Beat, C. Kaba, or D. Fascia? Tanner?
I'm gonna go beat.
That's incorrect. Dylan?
My mind is screaming tarble.
Well, it sounds like that screaming this time around is correct, Dylan. Good job.
Where the hell was his brother in the show? I don't actually ever remember seeing him.
He's in an OVA.
That would make sense.
That's only been shown in Japan and does not have an English version.
Why the hell do I know that then?
I don't know. You're a big old nerd. Question number 26. What is Hell renamed to in the official dub? Is it A, the Shadow Realm, B, Devilman's Locker Room, C, Home for Infinite Losers, or D, The Land Beneath Good? Tanner?
I'll go the Land Beneath Good.
Incorrect. Dylan?
I think it's like, was it the Devilman's Locker Room? Is that what you said?
That's incorrect, dude.
Damn.
Jackson?
What are the other two options?
The Shadow Realm or Home for Infinite Losers?
Dude, it's a fucking homage to Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously, it's the Shadow Realm.
Well,
Incorrect.
Rats.
It was in
figured
fact the
this-
Home for Infinite Losers.
I figured the Shadow Realm was the easy, like, throw-out answer there, so...
It was supposed to be.
I know, I thought for sure Jackson was gonna get that, and then he said Shadow Realm, and I...
Alas, it tripped him up, you know. Alright, boys. Question number 27. In Xenoverse, how did the Majin race come to exist? Was it Tanner, I mean?
They came to exist because a piece of gum sat out in the wilderness too long and it became alive.
Incorrect. A. Majin Buu found one of Hercule's porn mags and made a female mate for himself. B. Hercule noticed how lonely Buu was, so he made a wish on the Dragon Balls to give Buu a companion. C. A female Buu came to Earth from an alternate timeline to kill Buu but fell in love with him instead. Or D. Buu had a wet dream so intense that took on a physical form as a hot Majin babe. Dylan?
These are all highly realistic answers, unfortunately. I'm gonna go with D, though.
That's incorrect.
I
Jackson?
wanted it to be D as well.
Is it C?
No, that's incorrect. Unfortunately, it was A. He found one of Hercule's porn mags and made a female version of himself.
That's what, that's, like, my mind was like that, but then the last one sounded more... Damn it.
Alas, Toriyama's got a dirty mind, that dude. Or he did. R.I.P., by the way. I forgot to mention off the top. R.I.P. Toriyama, we love you, dude. You're the
We
best.
mentioned
You're
that
a
in the other
fucking
Dragon
goat.
Ball thing, or whatever we did.
Question number 28. Dragon Ball Daima is a new show, currently in production. What do we currently know about its plot? A. It's a live-action Super Sentai Monster of the Week show. C. It features Goku and his friends traveling the galaxy collecting the Dark Dragon Balls. C. Goku and his friends transform into children and must travel to the demon world to figure out why they're children now. Or D. Trunks becomes a time patroller and recruits Goku to help him solve abnormalities in the multiverse. Tanner?
I'll go C.
Dude, great job. That's correct.
What was C again?
They turn into children and then go to hell.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. Did you get answer D from Dragon Ball Superheroes?
No, I got that from Xenoverse, but sure, it can also be superheroes.
Sick.
Why not? They're like one and the same or whatever. They're both
Basically,
bullshit.
yeah.
Question number 29. In the Fusion Reborn movie, Gotenks uses the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack to defeat which resurrected villain? Is it A. Majin Buu, B. Hitler, C. Nappa, or D. the Ginyu Force? Tanner?
I'll go Nappa.
Incorrect. Jackson?
D?
Hitler?
No, D.
No, it's incorrect. It was not the Ginyu Force. Dylan?
I am gonna say Hitler.
Dude, great job. That's correct.
I thought you said villain.
Fuck. Alright, I'll give you all like a few points for to make up for that one. Question number 30. In Xenoverse 2, the bikini variants of characters have what special property? A. They become Tanner.
Tits.
Incorrect.
He's so shocked.
A. They become invisible when the camera gets too close to their model. B. They have water effects incorporated in all of their attacks. C. There's a nip-slip chance found in the game files associated with these outfits, which goes unused in the final game. Or D. Master Roshi becomes immobile and unable to fight and attack the character who's using them. Dylan?
I'm probably not gonna get this right, but D sounds like the best answer.
Unfortunately, it's incorrect. Jackson,
Damn it.
which is it?
D sounds like the funniest answer, so I'm saying that one.
D?
C.
C? No, that's incorrect.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, it was the very boring answer. It was A. They become invisible so that you can't, like, jack off to them or some shit.
I just wanted to be funny. I thought it was A, but I thought D would be even better, because that would be a funny game mechanic.
Alas, it would be pretty silly. Alrighty, boys. Moving right along to the next pity point here. Jackson, it's pretty close still. Pretty close between you and second place. But unfortunately, it is falling on you once again. But this could put you ahead of them here, if you can get it correct. So, can Luffy beat Goku?
Probably not, no.
Dude, great job. He cannot, in fact, beat Goku. Not yet,
Insane.
anyway. We'll see what happens by the end of One Piece whenever that finishes.
I think Goku could just, like, blow up the Earth and then he'd just die and there's nothing he could do.
Yeah, it's exactly what would happen.
Goku can use instant transmission and leave Earth.
That's actually what the creator of One Piece told that kid with cancer. He says Goku shows up and Luffy beats him. And then he cries.
Fuck, that would be so fire if that's what happened. God
The One
damn.
Piece were the Dragon Balls.
The
One Piece is Goku.
Damn. Goku was the treasure all along.
Yeah. Alright, question number 31. What is the Zenkai boost? Is it A, a fan term used to cope with why human characters are able to catch up so quickly with Goku and Dragon Ball Super? B, an ability possessed by Saiyans which makes them stronger after being nearly killed? C, a name for a technique that Guru uses to unleash a person's hidden potential? Or D, the medicine used to cure Goku's heart disease? Tanner.
I'm gonna go C.
Unfortunately, it's incorrect. Dylan.
I'm gonna say B?
Dude, good job. That is
I actually
correct.
I did not know that was the name of that, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's used heavily during the Namek Saga, and then they completely forget it exists after that.
Yeah, basically well, until you get to the fucking Goku Black arc, and then they expedite the shit out of it for some dumbass reason, but only for Goku Black.
Yeah, the less we talk about Goku Black, the better, I think. Question number 32. What is Goku's greatest fear? Is it A, darkness, B, bugs, C, needles, or D, math? Tanner.
I'm gonna go math.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Dylan.
Needles.
Dude, good job.
Thanks, Tanner. You got rid of the one I was gonna say.
Alright, question number 33. What does Vegeta use to transform into Super Saiyan 4? Is it A, a flux capacitor, B, the Spaghetti Star, C, life fibers, or D, Blutz waves? Dylan.
I'm gonna go D, Blutz waves.
Dude, great work.
Let's go.
I'm baffled you knew that one.
Isn't the Blutz waves what they say, like, the tails absorb to turn into the great apes?
Yeah, they say some bullshit like that, I think.
There we go.
They say a lot of bullshit.
It's simple.
In this
It's
series.
simple logic, guys. It's simple logic.
Alright, question number 34. What was the first wish we saw made on the Dragon Balls? Was it A, wishing to bring Krillin back to life? B, a stack of porno mags? C, the world's most Tanner.
I'm gonna say B.
Incorrect. C, the world's most comfortable panties? Or D, kill King Piccolo? Jackson.
Kill Piccolo?
Incorrect.
Aw.
Dylan.
I'm gonna get this wrong. C.
Dude, you didn't get it wrong, you got it correct.
Let's go! I forgot what A was anyway. What was A?
Bring Krillin back to life.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's okay, people often forget about Krillin.
Whoa.
Question number 35. Why does Launch disappear after Dragon Ball? Is it A, her services were no longer needed, so she went back home to her planet? B, she got thrown into jail after being the fall guy for all the damage Goku has done? C, Toriyama forgot she existed? Or D, Tanner?
Toriyama forgot she existed.
Dude, great work.
Who was the character?
This is the chick with the pistols.
Launch?
Right?
Yeah, she's got purple hair, and
Oh.
whenever she sneezes, she has blonde hair and pulls out a gun.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know who that character is.
That's because you never watched Dragon Ball.
That's probably fair.
Question number 36. Why was the Super Saiyan hair made gold? Was it A, Super Saiyan was originally Tanner?
Fucking it was like too time consuming or whatever to like color in all that hair.
Yeah, sure, that's close enough, I'd say. Yeah, Toriyama wanted to make it so he didn't have to, constantly color in Goku's hair to, save on inking time.
Ah, makes sense.
Yeah, great work. I'm happy you knew that little fun fact. Question number 37. How old is Android 21? Is it A, 1 to 10, B, 10 to 20, C, 20 to 30, or D, 30 to 200? Dylan?
1 to 10? Isn't she like 7?
We don't know her exact age, but she does in fact state that she's less than 10 years old. Congratulations.
Hell yeah, she is. Then that, yeah, fucking, oof.
She's on the clock.
I mean, have you seen her? Would? Question number 38. There was a popular meme amongst Latin American Dragon Ball fans during the Tournament of Power, where what character would be revealed as the big bad? Was it A, El Grande Padre, B, El Hermano, C, Regla del Todos, or D, Yamcha? Jackson, who was it?
D for dog.
Incorrect, it was not in fact Yamcha. Dylan, who was gonna be the big bad?
C, as in
C,
carrot.
that's incorrect. It was not Regla de Todos. Tanner.
I'll go B, El Grande Pero.
Alas, Tanner. B is correct.
I mean the fucking, what, no, it was the Padre one.
So you're going for the Padre one?
I'm going for B.
Okay. So El Hermano.
There you go.
That's correct, Tanner. Good job.
Tanner doesn't know Spanish. He almost fucked that up for himself.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was El Hermano was allegedly Jiren's brother, who was much stronger than him, and the only difference between the two characters was he was wearing blue and had an elongated head.
Oh,
Very silly.
I know that meme,
Who
okay.
made that up?
Yeah, it's entirely made up, dude.
No, I said who made that up.
Oh, some random guy on 4chan.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Question number 39 now. What is the name of Earth's ruler? Is it A, Yanma, B, Mr. Satan, C, King Furry, or D, Tapion? Dylan.
Tapion.
Incorrect. Tanner.
I'll go A.
Yanma, that's incorrect. Jackson, who's it gonna be, dude?
C for cat.
Good job, dude. It was in fact King Furry.
I thought it. Wait, what? Is his name King Furry? What's his real name?
King Furry.
It's really King Furry? I never
Yeah,
heard
he's a
use
dog.
his name. What? The guy with the staff?
No, Earth is ruled by a dog. He's a dog guy in a suit.
Oh, that guy. I thought you meant. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong character.
Was he democratically elected?
It's uncertain. I don't think they delve too far into it.
I'm pretty sure it's like a. I can't think of the word. Let's move on. I don't know. Dictatorship.
It's a
dictatorship. Monarchy, dictatorship. Same thing.
Alright, question number 40. What are the gods of destruction and angels named after? Is it A, vegetables, B, baked goods? Tanner.
Alcoholic beverages.
Dude, great work. That's correct.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, Beerus, Weiss, whiskey. Alrighty, and with that, guys, time for another pity point. Jackson! Dude, do you think the entire cast of My Hero Academia could beat Goku?
No, wouldn't even be close.
Correct. Great work.
Not even All Might?
No, I don't think All Might stands a chance, quite frankly.
I don't think any of them could handle him blowing up their entire universe.
True, dude. That's fair enough. I didn't
What
think
about
of that.
the American one that can make any two rules she wants?
Dude, I don't think that'll nullify the planet being exploded before she perceives it happening.
Who the hell
What
are you
if she
talking?
just
You know what? I don't want to
says-
know. I don't. You're making spoilers. You need to stop.
Well, I haven't seen it either, so...
Spoilers.
Question number 41. Speaking of spoilers, which of the following shonen tropes did Dragon Ball not popularize? Was it A, beam struggles, B, tournament arcs, C, protagonists who have a bottom... Tanner.
I'm gonna go B. There has to be an earlier show that did tournament arcs.
Key word here is popularize, so incorrect, Tanner. C, a protagonist whose stomach is a bottomless pit. Or D, evil version of the main character. Dylan.
I'm gonna say A.
Incorrect. Jackson, which is it?
What are the last two options?
C, a protagonist whose stomach is a bottomless pit. Or D, having an evil version of the main character.
I feel like the fucking bottomless pit thing has been around for a long ass time. Let's say C.
Incorrect. Dragon Ball has also been around for a long ass time.
Red.
It was in fact having an evil version of the main character, alas.
Who are you saying popularize that instead?
I don't fucking know. Dragon Ball doesn't have anything like that though, so...
Vegeta.
That's
I-
not.
Vegeta is absolutely evil Goku. Don't even
He's
front on me
he's
with
definitely
that.
not. He's far too different. When I think evil version of the main character, I think something like Shadow the Hedgehog. Vegeta's just a rival character.
It's not, Tanner.
Vegeta is absolutely evil Goku. You are capping so hard right now.
But he's like 4 feet tall. How evil can he be?
Question number 42. In 2015, we received a commercial featuring Dragon Ball crossing over with which brand? Was it A, Hello Kitty, B, Ford, C, Reese's Puffs, or D, the California Chamber of Commerce? Tanner.
Why'd you give all the answers out when Tanner rung in on A?
Dude, I wasn't paying close enough attention. I zoned in.
It's a good thing, too, because I was going to say Gucci. Let's go... A was Hello Kitty, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going with B.
B, Ford? That's correct.
Sure.
Great job.
Well, there's no fucking...
Yeah, they made 2 Ford commercials for Dragon Ball. One of them is where Krillin is on Namek and he wishes for a Ford, and then the other one is Gotenks and Goten doing the fusion dance and becoming a Ford fusion.
There's no...
That's more
There's
cringe.
no way.
I need to see these later.
I need to see this as well.
It's so bad. Oh my god.
They're pretty silly, quite frankly.
Yeah. Gross.
Question 43. Who was Toriyama's favorite Dragon Ball character? Was it A, Goku, B, Beerus, C, Piccolo, or D, Bardock? Tanner.
I'll go Piccolo.
Dude, great work. That's correct.
Respect, Tanner.
Respect, man. Question number 44. What was going to be the original design for Super Saiyan God? Was it A, Goku was going to get white hair, B, was going to transform into a cat, C, he become muscular and gain a cape, or D, the Dragon Balls were going to become infused in his chest and he would grow horns? Tanner.
I'll go C.
He's going to become muscular and grow a cape? That is correct. Good job, dude.
Gross.
Tanner is fucking killing it on these questions here recently. He's really fucking catching up.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of catching up, I feel like Jackson is going to be a shoo-in for this question here. Why does Tien have 3 eyes? Was it A, it's a tattoo and it isn't actually real? B, he's a descendant of 3-eyed aliens. C, the witch Baba put a curse on him. Or D, he drank the sacred water which opened up his 3rd eye? Dylan.
I'm gonna say D.
Incorrect.
Damn.
I'll go C.
Dude, also incorrect. Jackson!
B?
Great job, dude! Holy shit! Excellent
forget
work.
what he
Yeah,
was.
yeah, he's a descendant of 3-eyed aliens. Very silly, dude. Very silly.
I'm guessing that's also in Dragon Ball.
I think that's mentioned somewhere in like an interview. I don't think it's actually stated anywhere within the series.
Okay.
Alright, and here's yet another power scaling question for you guys. This should be very fun for you. Get ready. Really get them brains firing up here. Which of the following character could beat Yamcha in a fight? Is it A, Crash Bandicoot, B, Gojo, C, Archie Sonic, or D, Omni-Man? Jackson, who's it gonna be?
Gojo.
Incorrect. Gojo has nothing that he can do against blowing a planet exploding. Tanner.
I'll go Archie Sonic.
Correct!
Who the hell is Archie Sonic?
The version of Sonic from the Archie comics. He's fucking nuts, dude. He has, like, matter manipulation. He basically has access to Speed Force and shit. He's fucking weird.
Gotcha.
I don't even know what the fuck Yamcha is. I was just assuming he was some, like, regular guy.
He's the meme character that's always getting killed.
Yeah, like, you know, he's, like, the weakest amongst the Z fighters, but at the same time, he's still crazy fucking strong, and he could easily, like, blow up a solar system. So, like, you know, it's a little wacky.
I don't even know what the Z fighters are.
What? It's confirmed you can blow up a solar system?
Yeah, like, you know, Dragon Ball Super is really fucking retarded scaling that they do with all the human characters, and at this point he's, like, on the same level as Perfect Cell. So, you know.
So fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, very silly.
Okay.
Question number 47. Kenji Yamamoto, the composer for many Dragon Ball games, has been accused of plagiarizing many of his songs from various bands. The song Capsule of Tain in Budokai 3 is said to clearly be inspired by which of the following well-known songs? Is it A, Iron Man by Black Sabbath, B, the main theme of Terminator Salvation, C, One of These Days by Pink Floyd, or D, September by Earth, Wind & Fire? Tanner.
I'm gonna go September.
Dude, great job. That's correct.
I feel like you've told me that at one point, and I totally forgot.
Dude, if only you remembered. If only you listened to what I said, you would have gotten that one.
Damn.
Question number 48. Which of the following Yu-Gi-Oh cards is blatantly just the design of future Trunks? Is it A, Dark Magician of Chaos, B, Tyler the Great Warrior, C, Bingo Machine Go, or D, Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the End? Dylan.
B.
Tyler the Great Warrior? That's
Yes.
correct. Great job, dude. Congratulations.
I also need to see that later. That sounds funny.
The story behind it isn't very funny, Dylan. It was a make-a-wish for a kid who was dying of cancer. He wanted to make his own Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh,
And then
okay.
he just ripped off Trunks.
Yes.
I mean, sounds like something a kid would do.
It sounds like he had good taste in characters.
Very true. Fortunately, he survived, though, so it's not all sad.
Let's go! He feels right.
Exactly.
How much competitive play does that card see?
It says 0 since there were only 3 copies made.
Oh.
Yeah. Question number 40. Also, even if it was, like, mass-produced, it's a pretty shit card, so, like, I wouldn't see any play. Question number 49. Who was originally meant to be the main antagonist of the Cell Saga? Was it A, Cell, B, King Cold, C, Android 17 and 18, or D, Dr. Gero? Tanner.
I'll go Dr. Gero.
Dude, great work. You're fucking killing it here, man.
That was
Nice.
the first one that Nico prepped me for, and god damn it, Tanner stole it from me.
Yeah, there was a tad bit of meddling during the entire saga that, I feel like I like where we ended up, but, Toriyama definitely had some different plans initially, it seemed like. Jackson, this is it, man. We've reached the end of the pity points. It's finally time for you to determine, do you think that Milkman Superman could beat Goku?
I don't even know what the fuck that is. What's
It's
different
Superman, but he's a milkman.
about... Probably not.
Dude, great
No.
work.
I was really hoping the last one would be a yes, just to throw him off.
Oh, hang on. Are you saying that he can't beat Goku?
Yeah, what the fuck else would I be saying?
Oh, never mind. Sorry, that's incorrect. He can, in fact, beat Goku rather easily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
was about
Doesn't
to
Milkman Superman have weird, like, reality-bending powers?
Yeah, he can retcon people.
That's right,
Oh.
yeah.
I was gonna say, never mind, I'm not gonna bring that up. Let's move on.
Yeah, some may argue he is the most powerful version of Superman in existence. He's a little wacky.
I know I've read the comic he's in, but I don't remember what it is.
It's Doom Patrol.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Silly.
Alrighty, boys. And here we are. The final question, question number 50. Shockingly, things panned out a little differently from how you may have expected going into this.
Tanner's at 400 points, I'm at 0, Dylan's at 17.
Yes. We actually have a two-way tie for first place right now,
No
guys.
way.
Tanner and Dylan. You each have 50 points currently. 50
Yeah, wait.
big
we did
ones.
It, Tanner. We did it.
Tanner and Dylan, how many points are you going to want to wager for this final question?
Oh, we're doing it out loud.
I guess since you guys are tied,
Yeah, there should be some
Well, I was
strategery
gonna say
here.
I thought we've been direct messaging these before, so
it's not consistent depending on who hosts these quizzes.
Correct.
that's unfortunate.
So just DM me, I guess, how many points you're wagering.
Oh, I guess I'll just.
By the way, no balls if you don't say all of them.
Am I allowed to ask if the last question is also going to be multiple choice?
It will be.
It's always multiple choice.
Not always.
Yeah.
I don't remember things very well.
Dude, the Tanner quiz. Don't you remember?
I wasn't there for the Tanner quiz.
You literally were.
I wasn't. Was I? I don't
Yes.
remember.
You won it.
I wasn't there for one of them. One of the U quizzes. I think it was the Jackson quiz.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Man. Okay.
Alrighty, we have their scores in here. Jackson, you on the other hand, you're sitting a cool 38 points, not as far behind as you may have expected. You've been getting some right here and there. Go ahead and DM me how many you're wanting to bet.
Oh, okay.
Or just say it if you really want to, I don't fucking care, dude. Alright, fantastic. Okay! And with that, boys, the time is here. Question number 50. Which of the following is not an ability Goku has been shown to use? Is it A, mind reading, B, create a giant key version of himself, C, telekinesis, or D, hypnosis? Would you like those to be read out again for you?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, fantastic. Which of the following is not an ability Goku has been shown to use? Is it A, mind reading, B, create a giant key version of himself, C, telekinesis, or D, hypnosis? You can go ahead and send me them answers in the general here. We'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send them. Alrighty, boys. And so, Tanner's the odd man out here. He said B, that Goku cannot create a giant key version of himself. Goku has in fact been shown being capable of doing that.
Damn it.
Shockingly, no one said mind reading, which Goku has done. He did it one time on Namek. When he got there, he reads Krillin's mind, and he never used that again. However, Jackson and Dylan, you both said D, which is in fact correct. He's never been shown to use hypnosis. You guys got it. Holy shit. Isn't this fucking nutso? Meaning that, let me do the math here real quick. Hang on 1 second. There might be something crazy going on here. There might just be, just quick math, you know. Ain't too tough. Which means Dylan betted 20 points, bringing him to a grand total of 70. Jackson went all in with his 38, meaning that he has 76 points, meaning he is the big Dragon Ball champion. Congratulations, Jackson. Holy shit.
Jackson manages to do this same shit every time, where he gets lucky on the last question and the other two people get it wrong and he wins.
Consider not being a bitch next time, Dylan.
Because I wasn't sure. I was sure about my Dragon Ball knowledge going into this, but then after like all of that time getting like the last half of the quiz wrong, I was like, maybe I don't know as much as I thought I did.
You know what they say, Dylan? A man is to be feared if they have nothing to lose.
I did have something to lose. I was tied for first place.
I had less to lose.
That is true. Oh well.
This means Jackson is now tied with Nico for most quiz wins.
That's correct. Damn. It's crazy.
I could have had this one. It was right in the palm of my hands and I fumbled it.
You did, man. You did. It's very unfortunate, you know. This is something that we see various times throughout these quizzes. Someone will be way ahead. They either don't bet at all or they do bet at all, and whichever one they go for, they end up fumbling it. Such is the way.
Did he do that key thing multiple times?
I think he's done it twice so far.
Damn.
They're both in like the newest shit in Dragon Ball Super that's not gotten into the anime yet, so yeah.
I didn't even know that, but I figured it's something he could do.
Bummer.
Yeah. And there we have it, boys. The Dragon Ball quiz done. Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a gay old time for you. And if it was, then I'm certainly not fucking doing these again, because finding 50 questions about Dragon Ball is hard enough for me. So,
Dude, I was so sure I had it wrong, because fucking doesn't Master Roshi know hypnosis? And
yeah.
Like, okay, I figured he could have taught that to Goku, so I was taking a huge risk there.
Yeah, he never did, it seemed like, though.
Hypnosis just seems very underhanded. I don't feel like Goku would do something like that, but I don't fucking know anything about Goku, so what the fuck am I talking about?
You know all the people he can and cannot beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Milkman, Superman.
Exactly.
Where the fuck that is.
Well, alrighty, boys. I guess with that, it's about time we, maybe talk about some other things that are not Dragon Ball. Like some movies, perhaps. Maybe we can talk about those over on, Guapish at the Movies. Guapish at the Movies. Jackson, what did we watch this week?
The Patreon pick this week, as requested by Steve Harvey's Ghost, was the 1987 film Harry and the Hendersons, which is about a family that was going camping. They fucking hit Bigfoot with their car, and they take him back to the real world. They get used to him over time, living with it, and start liking the guy. He ends up leaving. Half the movie is just wasted time with them trying to find Bigfoot again while he's fucking around in the city, and eventually they try to relocate him back into the forest because that's where he's supposed to live, and there's some drama about a hunter trying to catch him, whatever.
Dude, my fun fact about Harry and the Hendersons, the actor behind Harry is 7'2", and the father in the movie is 6'4".
Hot damn. I'd like to get a little Harry on my Henderson.
Interesting.
This movie is fucking weird.
It is very weird.
It's very strange. I think it's even a little silly.
But it's silly in a good way. I think it's a great time to watch, at least.
This movie was pretty boring to me. I thought the intro was pretty funny. It had some pretty witty humor, which I wasn't expecting too much. There's a lot of suspension of disbelief in the way Bigfoot's acting, and mostly with how the family's reacting to Bigfoot. Like, they've got basically just a massive gorilla, like, wild animal in their house, and they're very casual about it at the start, where, like, some horror movie shit, and they're, like, totally chill with it for the most part. They're not totally chill with it, but, you know, they're not, like, freaking the fuck out and, like, immediately dialing, like, animal control, shit like that, like any sane person would do. And that was fine. I think the first, like, quarter of this movie is pretty entertaining. And
wait, hang on a second, Jack. Doesn't he, like, immediately call the police and they say, fuck off?
Oh yeah, they do. They do that, but still.
Check and mate.
It's mostly like when everyone else is like coming down after the dad's like reacting to it, and they're all, I don't know. I feel like their reactions are more subdued than they were. Like, okay. Fucking get their neighbors the attention. I don't know why they're trying to hide him at the start. I don't see, like, it's your father. You'd want the preservation of your family. And he calls the police and then just gives up and then just is like, we gotta hide him now. It's done. And then, yeah, the midpoint of this movie, to me, was insanely boring. There was just a bunch of, like, nothingness happening while they're trying to just find Bigfoot, like, a complete, like, destruction of the pacing at the start. And then that last, like, quarters, whatever, it's fine when it starts ramping up again. But, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, I know some members here may take issue with me saying something about how, like, what I'd prefer the movie to be rather than taking it as what it is here. You know, like, you shouldn't criticize the movie for what you wish it was, but, you know, I wish that this movie was more just Bigfoot hanging out with the family hijinks, you know? Some more Odd Couple type shit going on here. I don't really care for, like, the dude hunting down the Bigfoot, or, like, the Bigfoot escaping, and the family has to go, like, try and find him or whatever the fuck. It's like, come on. I just want him to hang out with the family and, like, talk to them or something.
Yeah, I agree.
He's Bigfoot, he can't talk.
Yeah, I wanted to have, like, a British accent. I thought it would have been very silly.
Yeah.
I just wanted some dumb comedy, you know, but I didn't get that. Instead, they tried to make it heartwarming. I didn't fucking care.
What?
Yeah. Something I was constantly thinking throughout this movie is just, I was like, man, if the costume was any worse, like, this movie would not work at all, but because the costume is, like, really good, you're, like, actually able to get a bit invested in the movie, which I thought was a bit impressive on the, costume department's part, I guess.
It is shockingly solid looking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what the fuck is up with that smile he keeps giving constantly?
They gotta let him know he's a good guy. That's like what they're trying to paint the whole movie. Is like, Bigfoot's not evil. He's actually a pretty cool guy if you get to know him.
What emotion even is that he's displaying?
It looks like lust, to be honest. It's like it's either that or it's like that fucking Zoolander meme where he goes like,
yeah, something like that.
You know, like,
it's
what the fuck is he doing?
The face is
he's farting.
He's just ripping a big one.
Yeah, exactly. Insert fart noise there, but
I'm impressed that they didn't do, like, an ass ton of, like, fart humor.
Yeah.
Well,
Bigfoot reeks.
It was before the fart joke time, Tanner. Come on.
That's not true.
I know. I don't know if that time ever existed.
Fart jokes were probably the first joke that were ever created.
They're immemorial.
Yeah.
Haha, it came out of his ass. It's funny.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what's already been said. I think it's a fine little family comedy film. I agree with Nico. I wish it was just family hijinks. And I agree with Jackson. It lags in the middle, like, hard.
Yeah.
But all the parts where the family is actually interacting with him, I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they didn't make a penis joke with him at all. I guess less so happy and more so surprised, I'll say.
Well, it's a family movie, dude. I don't think they're just gonna be throwing
they can do like a little tongue-in-cheek something.
I guess so, but...
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm shocked there was nothing about him, like, fucking the daughter or the wife. Because I predicted that when we started watching. I was like, do you guys want to bet that there's a joke in here about, like, the daughter or the wife wanting to fuck him or something? And I was pleasantly surprised they didn't do that.
I am horrified by these last two comments. I legitimately, I'm kind of disappointed you guys thought about this movie.
This is just the kind of stuff comedies do.
Dylan, you're saying you can't envision, like, the neighbor lady coming over and, like, you know, she doesn't, like, immediately freak out or whatever, fuck with the Bigfoot, and, like, she, you know, she looks down and she sees the big old feet, so she looks over at the wife and, like, those are some big feet, and she, like, bites her lower lip a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's disturbing. I don't want that in my wholesome family movie. You guys are messed up. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
You know he's hanging dong, though, Dylan. You can't deny it. Bro's packing some fucking heat.
Why am I thinking about that during this movie? That has nothing to do with the movie.
That's all I was thinking about personally.
That sounds like a personal issue.
Yeah, it's not an issue, buddy.
Okay,
It's
buddy.
a fantasy. Anyway, do we have any other thoughts on this? It's a family comedy with Bigfoot, you know?
Yeah, it's simple.
What else do you people want from us?
None of the last like 2-3 minutes for sure.
That's how we pad it out, dude. It's how the patron gets their money's worth.
I think they get their money's worth regardless.
It's $1. Yeah, what can you really ask for?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll fucking kick us off for this one. I'm giving it a C. It's fine.
I also gave it a C.
Whoa!
I was really in between B- and C+. I think I'm gonna go... The problem is, when I was looking at what I already have ranked, I was like, I feel like it's a bit worse than my B- films, but a bit better than my C+ films.
Let's make a new tier. C++. How's that
There you
sound?
go. Yeah, that sounds great. I'll fucking throw it in C+ for now.
Damn.
Well,
I'll give it a
Dylan,
B-.
what are you rating it?
I'll give it a B- for you, Tanner.
Holy.
Wow, look at Mr. Contrarian in here, not giving it a C rank. Anyways, that puts it at a C+ overall.
Whoa.
Killer.
Tanner's pick of the week was the 2002 film Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the second one in the series. Tell us about it.
Dude, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry is back in Hogwarts. There's some sort of mysterious creature paralyzing students. And then Harry figures out it's a basilisk, and he fucking kills it. There's a lot of other bullshit going on, but that's the basic idea. Fun fact about Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Shirley Henderson, who plays Moaning Myrtle, is the oldest person to play a Hogwarts student.
Isn't she like 40?
She is 37 years old.
Damn.
Another fun fact for you guys.
This is the movie Dylan lost his virginity to.
Whatever that means. No, fucking Hagrid is a guy in a fat suit with an animatronic head.
What do you mean he has an animatronic head? Is that true?
Well, I don't know why I'd say it if it wasn't true.
It just doesn't seem like his head is animatronic.
I know, that's what I thought too, and then I saw that, I was like, damn, it's really weird. I'll see if I can find the video to send it to you.
Okay. Jackson, what did you think about your second Harry Potter film?
I definitely like this one less than the first one.
Really?
There's a lot more contrivances in this movie. The ending is completely retarded. It feels super fucking long to me.
It is. It's 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. It didn't need to be that long.
True.
Yeah, there's just a lot of contrivances. It's really long, and the ending's stupid is kind of my TLDR with it. The acting is a good step up from the other film, which I can appreciate. The storytelling is kind of whatever. It didn't really do as much with like the setting, I guess. Honestly, the first one was like a lot about set dressing. This one's more, it's comfortable with where it's at, and it's mostly just kind of fleshing out, this one aspect, the Chamber of Secrets, and what goes around that. But it all, from, the outside looking in, it all just seems kind of fucking stupid. So, Dumbledore sent his Phoenix down there with Harry. I'm presuming everyone knew where the Chamber of Secrets was. Why did they think this guy was such a threat?
Harry or
the fucking, I guess, was it fucking, what's his name? It's not, I don't know what the guy's name is. I can't remember. The one that shouldn't be named. Whatever his fucking name is.
Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort. It wasn't him. It was just some fucking guy that glazes Voldemort. Was
no,
down
it
there.
is him.
It was him?
Yeah,
He was talking about like he wanted to like bring him back to life.
Yeah, he's bringing himself back to life.
Okay, well I missed that part. Anyways,
that's his 16-year-old self who, like, a ghost memory of, I guess, was magically put into that diary so that he could eventually revive himself. It's going to be retconned later into a Horcrux. I don't need to explain to you what that is right now, but, like, it'll make more sense later.
I feel like it's just insane negligence on Hogwarts to let something like this fester at all. Like, they should have pretty quickly known what the issue was. I'm sure they probably did after the very first incident of somebody being frozen was. They know where the Chamber of Secrets is. Why didn't they just, like, deploy a fucking task force or something to get down there and just fix the issue? Why'd they let some... Why is it always just the fucking 10-year-old kid wandering around school figuring out the mystery and then solving the problem at the end? That just seems really dumb to me. I feel like this should have just been something they can figure out themselves and not endanger the lives of all their students.
Didn't they explicitly say they don't know where the chamber is?
I'm assuming they did know it, given fucking Dumbledore sent his Phoenix down there.
I
But
don't
maybe
think
it was
Dumbledore sent
Harry.
the Phoenix, because Dumbledore wasn't at the school anymore. I think the Phoenix did that of its own accord.
Yeah, he said because of his loyalty to Dumbledore, the Phoenix flew to him in his time of need.
Yeah, there was some bullshit line about it, which, by the way, I'm definitely with Jackson here with how fucking contrived the ending for this movie is. Like, I think that this movie had a good thing going for a while. Like, it's tough for me to really decide whether or not it's worse or better than the previous one, because it's better in a lot of aspects, but it just takes such a fucking massive nosedive at the end where everything becomes obscenely contrived, like Jackson was saying, that it just piles on so high that it makes me think so less of this film. Like, why the fuck does Harry not talk to anybody about any of this bullshit that's happening? Why does Dobby even care about Harry all that much? How the fuck does a snake get into the pipes? It's fucking huge. Oh, how have none of the ghosts reported that a basilisk is going around? Why did Myrtle not know that Ginny was the one opening up the chamber if it's in her fucking bathroom? Why did Dumbledore hire a guy who's very obviously a fraud and not a real, like, great wizard or whatever the fuck? Why are the spiders at every crime scene anyway? I don't think they really ever explained that. Why is no one stopping the fucking Quidditch match? I just don't fucking... Why is there a sword in the hat, too? Why was there a sword in the hat?
Hey, Nico.
Yeah.
Counterpoint. Magic.
Okay.
The sword in the hat was there because that was the sword of the founder of, like, Gryffindor, and it was,
True.
like...
Why
the
was it
sword-
there? Why did
Because
it
it
show
only
up?
revealed...
I think it's just magic, dude. I don't think...
It only reveals itself to, like, a wielder who's, like, capable of, like, perceiving it or something like that. I don't remember.
That's retarded.
Yeah, there's a good amount of bullshit in here. I agree.
Like, I know that, like, a few of these things at the very least I'm complaining about. Dumbledore's kind of hand waves when he's talking to Harry at the end of the movie, which, by the way, I also don't like that. That doesn't make it more satisfying that, oh, okay, now I know why that dumb bullshit I was caring about matters. Like, if you're gonna set that shit up, do it prior. Not, like, minutes ahead of when it happened.
Right. I wish, personally, I did like this one more, mostly because, like, both of the plots kind of revolve around there's this mystery, and they're, like, you know, slowly gathering clues and information over the course of the year to, like, solve the mystery or whatever. I think in that aspect, this one does it better. It's a bit more...
Well, they don't really give you any clues to determine who it was. Outside of, like, oh, did you catch that he dropped the book in Ginny's bucket?
True. I agree. I was also going to say, I wish the Ginny twist element of this specifically was hinted at more, but otherwise, I think the involvement of the basilisk and the thing with Hagrid and that past scenario and stuff, I think that stuff was doled out, and the whole, thing with, students are periodically being turned to stone and whatever, made this, like, a sufficiently compelling mystery, I suppose, because there was that danger.
I mean, yeah, there's a good amount of intrigue going on here, but, like, it doesn't pay off in a satisfying way.
I like surprises, and contrivances don't work on me. I'm sorry.
Contrivances don't work on me.
I don't really know what that word's supposed to mean in the matter of movies. I kind of hear you guys say it, and I'm just like, okay.
I mean, what it means the exact same thing regardless if it's in the context of a movie. What does it mean not in the context of a movie?
Let me put it this way. I don't really know what contrivances are.
Okay, there we go.
I would explain it then.
Like, you guys are saying all these things, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I get immersed into movies super easily, so, like, all of this stuff you're saying didn't really bother me at all.
By the way, Harry also still was not casting any spells throughout this film. I feel like something would have been pretty helpful when he was fighting the basilisk there.
Oh. Yeah, I thought that part was weird, actually, where he was using a sword instead of magic, but,
it was a magic sword.
It had, like, some kind of symbolic meaning, I guess, when he got to the end where Dumbledore was explaining the sword, so...
Yeah, the lack of magic use just generally in these films just absolutely baffles me. Like, they have this whole cool magic system, you know, they even showcased it a little bit more than the first one with that, like, dueling thing, even though all the spells are just the exact same fucking thing. Just blasting each other with air, basically. Why don't they fucking use it?
Yeah, why didn't Harry turn the
sword?
basilisk into, like, a big chalice or some shit?
Why couldn't they have, like, a note on, like, the tag or something inside of the... not the, like, tag, I'm sure they have fucking tags on these hats in Wizard World. But, like, a note inside of the hat that's, like, a fucking spell he can use that, like, turns the fucking basilisk into, like, a bunny or some shit. Why is it just giving him a fucking sword? Use the fucking magic system. You're a wizard, god damn it.
Well, I'm sure the basilisk is probably too big or strong, and his magic isn't good enough to use it against the basilisk.
None of that's
He doesn't know
explained.
that. He didn't know if the sword would work against it either, and he still fucking tried.
Listen, guys, I'm just assuming, because like I said, I get immersed into the movie. That stuff does not matter or faze me when I get into these kinds of things, so this conversation is pretty much useless at this point to me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't know. I remember Tanner explaining in the first, like, review of the first Harry Potter, like, hey, by the way, get ready for them to not use magic in this wizarding world of wizardry. So I'm just kind of, like, expecting it at this point. There's magic where there needs to be magic, but, you know, whatever.
I love how little of a role Hermione played in this movie compared to the last one, just in general, because of her, you know, being fucking frozen, and also the cat thing where she wasn't really a part of, like, the last, like, half of the movie, basically, which is pretty funny.
I was gonna ask Jackson, what was your perspective on their inclusion of a cat girl in this movie? But it's too late now.
You went, ooga, ooga!
Yeah, I couldn't care less. She was creepy, I guess.
Damn.
Honestly, the spiders looked better than I expected them to. These movies, if anything, hold up surprisingly well with their special effects, which is crazy, because this is like an early 2000s, so we expect it to look like total ass, because every film looked like total ass back then. But, like, the spiders legitimately don't look bad at all. They look pretty good, among other of their, you know, CG effects. Dobby didn't look terrible. I fucking hate his character. He's annoying as fuck. I hated the annoying teacher, too. That guy was a fucking stupid retard. I don't know why again, like, with...
Dude, I love that guy.
How did he get hired? I just found him really annoying.
Well, why is he a world-renowned author? I'm sure it's the same reason.
I do want to clarify my stance on him, by the way. I also like his inclusion in the movie. I just don't know why the fuck Dumbledore hired him.
True. Dumbledore is very inconsistent on whether he is, like, all-knowing about all the goings-on in the magical world and then just completely having the wool pulled over his eyes on shit.
I feel like it's strategic, but that's just me.
Like, he's pretending to not know shit sometimes?
Well, yeah, that point was brought up a couple times in this movie, actually. So, I would not put it past him.
Well, boys, do you have anything else to say about this one here?
I feel like if we keep going, we'll go on forever. I think we should move on.
Oh, fair enough, I suppose. Dylan, what are you ranking this one?
I didn't really... I thought this movie was better than the last one, but not enough to put it a tier higher. So I'm just gonna put it in B+.
Killer, dude. I think at this point, I've basically said nothing but negatives about this film, so I think I will rank it lower than the last one. I'll go B-.
Fair enough.
Conveniently, I also said B- for Harry wandering the halls Potter, the Chamber of Secrets.
That's crazy. I would have never guessed you and Nico would rate this movie the same.
I'm also putting this one higher than my Philosopher's Stone one at an A-.
Whoa. He did the thing I couldn't.
That's crazy. And it puts it at a B overall, which is one rank lower than the previous.
Holy.
Checks out, considering how it weighed.
I can't wait for them to continually get worse over time.
I think the next one is supposed to be, like, one of the best.
I hope so.
Unfortunately, we're skipping it because I'm going straight to 4. Nico's pick of the week was the 2022 film Pearl, aka the sequel to the 2020 film X by A24.
Prequel! It's a prequel to X!
I meant prequel, that's why I meant to say whoops.
Yeah, this is a film where we explore the life of Pearl and her sad life on the farm where she lives under the stern eyes of her mother and catatonic father. This country girl does have to make do, though, by giving into every invasive thought that she has, by murdering her family, and tries to make it as a dancer, but in the end has to accept that she just ain't cut out for the big city.
My fun fact about Pearl... this was originally going to be in black and white, but A24 said no, so they went the opposite direction.
I'm glad they did that too, because this is a very colorful nice to look at film for the most part, I'd say. I definitely think it'd lose a lot of its charm if it was taken out. Especially because what I was thinking of is a lot of the time when you see films that are taking place in, like eras ago, basically, especially like in the case of this and like fucking World War I time, you would expect them, a lot of the time with the color grading, they make it look a little like washed out to make you kind of like assume you're looking at something older, just because connects those neurons in your brain. In this movie, I actually appreciated it a lot, looking so vibrant and pretty, just because it just kind of like stands out in that way.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
This part probably doesn't matter as much, but I was trying to figure out throughout the movie because I don't know why it can only be one of two things. I'm pretty sure it's just both. I was trying to figure out if Pearl was just demented and fucked up in the head, or if it really was just her family and her life fucking her up. I think it can be both.
It's probably both. I'm assuming it's just, she probably just had a screw loose, maybe just off the rip, and being isolated for so long, her fucking husband being, not even necessarily that she was like super attached to her husband, but given her her last monologue, but just like, I think it's mostly just the isolation, the restriction of what she wants to do, just kind of ate away at her over time. And you can kind of see that with the progression of the violence she took upon things.
Yeah.
I think she could have been a normal, well-adjusted person if she wasn't in such like a horrible scenario.
I'm not entirely sure about that. I do think that there's some little fucked up in her mind, but I do think she would have been in a better place at the very least.
Yeah, I think if her husband did in fact just take her and live the rich life, she probably would have just been some normal person for the most part. Maybe she'd take pleasure in fucking skinning the chicken or something, but like she's not gonna go and fucking murder people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know if in this movie if the ends justify the means at all.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do, because it's just like it's like when you were explaining it, it's just like she gave in to pretty much every intrusive thought she ever had, which is just like a lack of like mental discipline, which is something that most people have, at least in that regard. And it's just like the fact that she was so willing to just do whatever came to mind with disregard, because like all she wanted was like things for herself, like she just wanted to be super selfish. But I'm gonna jump right to the end, because this is like a question I was thinking. Because clearly the husband got home, obviously the corpses are rotting, the pig was like pretty much gone because the maggots were eating away. So assuming it had been a couple months or whatever after all that happened, why did he? Because obviously he was with her in X, and like he was kind of helping her and just like allowed people around her. Why did he allow her to like allow people around knowing this? B, why didn't he just like fucking take care of it, or like just do something? And C, why the hell was like the ending credit scene so fucking weird? Like realistically you're just zoomed in on her face and she's just smiling awkwardly in silence. Like, I don't care how appalled the husband is, there's not just being silence.
Yeah, it's supposed to be creepy and fucking creepy out.
Yeah, it's very unsettling. A rather despair-filled smile, I must say.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't get the husband's like thought process, because he obviously, I don't know why he was trying to cover for her at all. I guess if we're taking the till death do us part thing quite literally, and it was like a different era back then, maybe that's why he did it, but I can't justify him sticking around with her or doing something about her for as long as they were alive, given how old they were in X.
That's what pussy and being overseas for that long, fighting in the trenches does to a man.
Dylan does bring up a good point, and it's not even his point necessarily, but it is just the fact that it's really hard to look at this movie as just its separate piece of media. Obviously, it's a fucking prequel to X, and you have to look at it as a prequel to X, but it's hard. I want to like look at the movie as just, it's this singled out piece of media, because I appreciate it more that way. Like, I don't like knowing that the husband does in fact just continue to stay with her regardless of all the fucked up shit she's done, because that just seems stupid to me. There's ways you can justify it, obviously. We don't really know anything about the husband, but just that dumb little smiley gift just makes him look like kind of a lovable goof, And I just don't think a lovable goof would stay with the fucking psychopathic murderer. And it lowers it for me. And also, literally just because of the fact that this is a prequel to X, I feel like the movie limits itself a lot. Like, this could have been a more fleshed out and complete feeling story to me. Because Because I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the way they ended things, where it's just kind of, she does her fucking killing spree, her husband comes home, and that's just the end. I wish there was a little bit more, you know, it didn't feel like we had like a clear like resolution of the story. Obviously the resolution of the story is X, the next movie, but I don't like that, because I didn't like fucking X, so I don't want the resolution of the story being this other generic horror movie that I didn't fucking like, because that like lowers it for me, because I enjoy this movie. And having it end as another movie that's just generic just is a fucking major letdown to me personally.
Yeah, like, and I agree with, like, the whole, it's basically, like, with this being a prequel, it puts a cap on this movie and its potential, because, again, going back to the whole, I don't think this guy in his right mind would stay around her or with her or not do anything about her. I feel like we could be led to assuming that she cleaned up the mess and there was no evidence left over, and then slowly over time, he realized there wasn't anything quite right with her. And then by the time he realized, oh my god, my wife's a psychopathic murderer, it was kind of too late. And so he's just trying to play like the hide not hide and seek game, but basically like the cover up game, where he's just like trying to make sure she stays away from people, and whatever she does, he tries to, you know, save her because he's been with her for so long and he loves her. So, but I don't know. It's just, it was weird. I thought the line delivery, oddly enough, I don't know why, this is the like one thought I had that was, you know, probably means anything. I thought the line delivery in this movie was super strong just because it didn't have too much else going on besides, like, you know, the horrific murders. But just like the power and like emotion behind the lines, especially given the main girl, I thought it was very well done. It gave the movie like a push even when there wasn't anything going on. Like even the part where she was like, the sister-in-law was like, oh, talk to me like I'm your husband, and then she just kind of goes on a monologue for like 10 or 15 minutes. That could have been an extremely boring part of the movie, but like I think the lines were delivered just well enough to where it was just like you felt the tension building up, and you're like, oh my god, this is what's gonna happen next. But yeah, I don't know.
I thought the monologue part was great. Mia Goth, fantastic performance. Generally, I'd say the cast had great performances all around. Unfortunately, I did find out that Mia Goth is in fact British, which does really hinder how much I can really give her credit, but say la vie, I suppose.
Along the lines of that, though, is the fucking mom does a really good job of being some German woman, but she's not German. She doesn't speak any German. She's learned all that shit for the movie, too. Which is really fucking cool, and just, again, yeah, I agree with Nico. The performance of this movie are really fucking good for the most part. It definitely felt like you're kind of like going back into that time with the way people are acting, and everyone was very convincing for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another minor thing. This is probably quite literally a minor thing. Why does Pearl have a southern twang accent when her mom and probably her dad are clearly both very heavily German? Like, she doesn't have a German accent at all. They speak to her in German. They hardly speak English to her. And she just talks back to them in some southern country twang. Like, obviously, it's in the environment, you know. But obviously, it doesn't seem like she's going out and being social because there's a fucking Spanish flu or whatever going on.
I mean, we don't know what happened prior to the Spanish flu happening.
Yeah, she was probably in public school this entire time, Dylan.
I know, but you'd think, I don't know. Immersion is a hell of a drug, dude. But whatever. Minor detail.
Tanner, you have currently said nothing about this film. How'd you feel about it?
I didn't like this one for the same reasons I have not enjoyed most A24 films.
You didn't like Midsommar?
No.
He didn't like it, but he was like, you know what? It's a good film, though. So it can go in A tier.
Like, they don't speak to me personally, but I can recognize the, like, quality in them. Except for this one, frankly.
Why is that?
The big thing that stuck out in my mind as I was, like, trying to mull over my thoughts on it is this film feels AI generated. It just feels like a fake movie to me. It's got the exact same problem I've mentioned with, like, Midsommar and X, where it just feels like the director and the filmmakers, like, they just graduated film school and they went through every single moment of this movie going like, okay, we're trying to evoke this emotion, and when you do that, you do this kind of shot with this kind of line delivery, and like, it just feels very mathematical the way they're approaching making the movie. And you know, like I mentioned, these movies feel like factory art or whatever. Like, there's artistic qualities to them, but it feels like very much like, oh, when you're trying to accomplish X, you do Y. And I can't get into them for that reason.
When you try to accomplish X, you do Pearl. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's all. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't understand where you're coming from with any of that, quite frankly.
Womp
Yeah,
womp.
same.
Me neither. Contrarian.
Yeah, so as far as Dylan and Jackson both talked about, like, the fact that this film is a prequel limits it. I don't necessarily, like, technically, yes, that does limit the idea of the film, but this film didn't feel as though it was limited by, being a prequel, like many other films do. Like, it very much so feels as though it stands alone perfectly fine from X. Like, it wasn't trying to give you a bunch of, like, answers or, like, twists to X. They feel like this film is very much so focused on just fleshing out the character of Pearl, rather than, like, being like, oh, this explains all that other bullshit that happened fucking 40 years in the future or whatever.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Nico, and I'm not even saying that necessarily. I'm just saying the movie could have been better. It could have had a more, like, conclusive ending to me if X wasn't a thing. That's all I'm saying. Like, it could have been elevated up a lot higher to me if it didn't limit itself by having to end itself where it did and kind of, that way.
And how come in X the old woman isn't like, hey, you look just like me, like suspiciously similar?
I mean, she basically says that.
Yeah. And I also want to just clarify, I don't think that because this is a prequel, I just thought the ending is where, kind of like with Jackson, I think it's the ending is where it kind of gets all fucky. I think this movie did do a very good job at, like, filling out kind of the foundation or the bottom lines, I guess, if you want to say, because there's a lot of moments in this movie where you make that mental connection to X, where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, that's a thing that happened there. Oh, hey, this is why this is that way. Oh, she got this property because it was her parents. It fills in the blanks and it sets it up whether you've watched X before or you're going to watch X. I agree with you where this movie stands alone. You can either watch X before or after and it won't matter.
Yeah, and I think even just, like, being able to see, like, the ways in which, like, Pearl is kind of, like, mirrored by Maxine in the next movie, I feel like, just being able to see that is pretty cool, seeing how, like, they both grew up in, like, strict, sort of, like, controlling homes, but, like, Maxine left, whereas Pearl ended up staying, and, like, fucking both of them yearn to have fame, and Maxine has the X factor, whereas Pearl doesn't have it, and that's why she's able to, like, be successful or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
How did, like, law enforcement not put the pieces together on where her, like, blonde friend, I can't remember what her name is, went off to? Like, she killed the daughter of a rich family. All we know is they clearly saw her and that girl at the audition together. I think it's pretty understandable that you would assume they'd be going back to one of their places, and now she's gone. She's vanished. And also, she didn't really do that good of a job of, like, cleaning things up. You're telling me the rich family just, like, gave up or something? What happened there?
Unfortunately, Jackson, that's kind of just how things were back then. The sheriff probably rolled up and was like, hey, have you seen this little lady? And she's like, no, sir, I haven't seen him. He was like, all right, I have an announcement today, ma'am. And then he left.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, I would have been an insane cop back then. I would have been some fucking, that one, like, really famous detective I can't think of the name of right now.
Sherlock Holmes.
Inspector
I
Gadget.
literally would have been fucking Sherlock Holmes up in that bitch back then.
You would have been Monk.
Dude, don't say that.
Well, alrighty, boys. Do we have much else to really say about Pearl here?
She used the same pitchfork to kill people like she did when she stabbed the guy's eye in X.
Oh,
pretty cool.
Speaking of kills, actually, that is one point that I will knock Pearl for here. I don't feel like the kills were very good in this movie. They didn't feel very satisfying at all.
She was new! She didn't know what she was doing. She wasn't a bona fide killer yet.
But, like, the film kind of, like, tries, at the very least, I guess, to, like, be like, oh, look, there's, like, a shocking moment. Like, this person's being murdered right now. Like, for the most part, they didn't feel very impactful whatsoever. I feel like with, like, the last girl Mitzi or whatever the fuck, Pearl, like, hunting her down, just, like, stalking her down the fucking driveway or the fuck, that was really cool. I like that part, but as for everything else, it was kind of whatever.
Yeah, I'd hard disagree with you on that. I thought her fucking killing her mom was really impactful. The Mitzi kill was super cool. I'd agree with that. I think the least impactful one was just her killing the fucking dude, the one just setting it.
Yeah, you know
off.
what? I feel like that's probably more apt. That's the one that stands out more in my mind as just like, yeah, fucking what was
that one
even
was
happening
dumb as
here?
shit, too. He just started his car, and she just fucking teleports in front of him with the pitchfork and stabs him. Dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And to be fair, I don't really count... I mean, she was alive, but, like, technically she didn't really... Did she really kill her mom?
All she did was burn her alive and throw her down a fucking staircase.
She didn't burn her alive. She pushed her against the fire pit, and I don't think
Yeah,
her
and it
catching
made
on
her
fire
burn
was intentional.
alive.
Yeah, but she also put out the fire, though, so, like, what
Yeah,
really...
with like fucking hot oil or something, and then threw it down a fucking
It was
staircase.
hot water, but, like, also, she was clearly frantically looking for water to put out the fire. I don't think
Yeah, and then
was
she
actually...
fucking locked her up in the basement to die down there.
But she didn't die, like, she went back, because, like, she fucking heard a knocking in the door, and her mom was, like, at the door. She pushed her back down the stairs, and she still wasn't dead.
I mean, she died eventually. She's still complicit in
Yeah,
this.
she died at the very end. She was, like, the second to last. She might have been the last death. I can't remember.
Like, Dylan, if you fucking trap Tanner in a crate and just lock him up in there and leave him to die, I feel like you're the one who killed him in that instance. Not like, well, he just, didn't eat. That's on him, I guess.
I'm just trying to say, like, it's more of, like, it's a less impactful death than, like, delivering the killing blow in the moment, like she did with, like, the dude or, like, with Mitzi. It just felt like a very indirect kill. I don't really know. It's kind of dumb. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. She still killed her mom. Whatever.
I do think it's interesting, though, that she felt pretty remorseless for a lot of these kills, outside of the dad, where she seemed like she actually showed some emotion towards. And I'm
She couldn't
curious,
be mad at him because he never did anything.
I mean, he specifically is like the whole reason they're in this situation in the first place.
True.
She loved him at the end of the day,
She
though,
doesn't
man.
have disdain because he didn't yell at her like her mom did.
Perchance, because he couldn't.
Yeah, maybe she felt like he was much more passively keeping her here, whereas, like, the mom was, like, a much more imposing force than he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, boys, I feel like we've talked perhaps long enough on this film. Does anyone else have any final thoughts for it? All right. Well, I enjoyed this one. I definitely did like it more than X. I think I'm going to go with a B+ for it.
God damn it, Nico. We've rated every single fucking movie the exact same this week.
Let's fucking go!
I also gave it a B+. That's what I was alluding to if you're retarded.
Yeah.
Alright, before Tanner gives his contrarian rating, because I'm sure he's going to be the only one.
Yeah, I didn't like this film at all. C-.
I thought this movie was... it's the same as Harry Potter. I kind of thought it was on par with X. After discussing with you guys, I think it's slightly better, but not enough to move it. I kind of want to double check. I'm going to give it a B+, and then while Tanner gives his bullshit answer, I'll let you know if that changes.
Dude, Nico, you're exactly right. I gave it a C-.
Jesus.
Holy shit. I don't think I'm going to be able to look this up fast enough. Oh no.
Boo him, chat.
Boo! Man.
Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
I'm
My
gonna leave it
review
in,
is I contributed nothing to the conversation, and I don't like the way A24 makes movies. C-.
I'm gonna leave it in B+.
What else is... am I supposed to just ignore the fact that I watch these movies and I'm like, God, I don't like this,
I mean, fair enough, but I feel like there's so much to talk about with this movie that's not just
I don't
like,
think
the
there
production
is for
value.
me, though, because I see... when I'm looking at the movie, I just see it as formulas. Like, I think these films are, like, aggressively predictable.
That's very sad. I'm very sad for you. Anyways, it puts it at a B overall, the same tier as the second Harry Potter movie.
Let's go.
There we go.
They're
They're
one and the
very similar
same.
movies.
And speaking of B-tier films, Jackson, what are you picking for next week, dude?
Dude, I don't know. Dylan, what are you picking?
Is the rule that the same person can't choose a movie from the same franchise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I landed on Harry Potter, and it's going to be the third Harry Potter movie.
Let's fucking go.
Fantastic. The Prisoner of Azkaban.
What's really funny, I was actually hard considering picking the fourth one this week.
Dude, pick it anyway then.
Yeah,
it
we can
anyway.
have 5 hours of Harry Potter this week.
I'm
mean, to
so
be fair-
fucking good without doing that.
To be fair, my number generator landed on 7, but I'm not going to skip directly to 7, so...
That's a good choice.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. Let's watch the Brotherhood 5 alumni.
Okay.
Oh, God
That'll
damn
be
it.
fun.
Son of a bitch.
Should I be worried?
No, I
Yeah.
think you're gonna love this one.
No, you're yeah, no, I don't know why I said that. It was reflexive. You're gonna love this movie.
I don't trust that answer.
Anyways, let's roll that Patreon.
Jackson's also laughing. I don't like this.
We're watching the 1995 film Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as requested by Slade by Jay. Thank you for your request.
You guys are gonna rate this movie higher than the other one. This is gonna be so funny.
That movie is
Maybe.
gonna be fucking killer, dude. And if you too would like your movie picked out on the Patreon, then Tanner's gonna tell you about how you can do that.
just head on over to patreon.com/Guapish and subscribe for only $1 a month. If you do so, you get early access to every episode, as well as exclusive access to our pre-Guap show. You also get into our private Guapish Discord server, where you can request movies, just like Jay did, and you can request topics for us to talk about on the show. And you get your name, you get 500 slime coin, and finally you get your name read out at the end of every episode, just like I'm gonna do right now. Thank you very much to GH, Slayed by Jay, Blake, Nedagant, Uranium Infused Motor Skills, Top Ramen Man, Joshua Bean, Lolly Panopticon, Tutbot, Lucas Ledette, Hunter, and Jacob Edwards.
Those are the only people we care about in our fan base. We love you so much. Holy fuck. Alright, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.